Imagine waking up one day, realizing that you've spent your entire life chasing after dreams that were never truly yours, trapped in a cycle of expectations and fears. What if I told you that the key to true freedom lies not in the pursuit of control, but in the profound acceptance of life as it is? Join me on a journey through the teachings of Alan Watts, where we will uncover the art of letting go, the beauty of interconnectedness, and the celebration of existence itself. This is not just a video, it's an invitation to awaken your spirit and reclaim your life from the shadows of doubt and disconnection. Are you ready to embrace the truth that could change everything? Have you ever felt like you're constantly swimming against the current, struggling to keep your head above water? In the hustle and bustle of modern life, many of us find ourselves trapped in a relentless cycle of effort and control, believing that the more we push, the more we will achieve. Yet, this very mindset often leads to exhaustion, anxiety, and a sense of disconnection from our true selves. Alan Watts, a profound thinker and interpreter of Eastern philosophy, invites us to reconsider this approach. What if, instead of forcing life to bend to our will, we learn to flow with it? The idea is simple, yet transformative. When we stop trying to control every aspect of our lives, we create space for new possibilities to emerge. This doesn't mean we abandon our responsibilities or stop striving for our goals. Rather, it invites us to adopt a mindset of openness and acceptance. Imagine standing by a river, watching the water flow effortlessly around rocks and bends. The river doesn't struggle. It adapts, finding its way through obstacles with grace and fluidity. This is the essence of Wu Wei, a Taoist principle that emphasizes action without force. Life, much like that river, has its own rhythm and flow. When we resist it, we create tension and stress. But when we learn to trust it, we discover a profound sense of peace and alignment. The first step toward embracing this philosophy is recognizing the areas in our lives where we exert unnecessary pressure. Are you holding on to relationships that no longer serve you? Are you clinging to a job that drains your energy? By identifying these aspects, you can begin to let go of the need to control them. This process requires courage and self-awareness, as it often involves stepping into the unknown. The fear of uncertainty can be daunting, but it is also where true growth occurs. As we learn to release our grip on what we cannot control, we open ourselves to the beauty of spontaneity and serendipity. Life becomes a dance rather than a battle, a journey filled with unexpected joys and lessons. Alan Watts reminds us that the universe operates on a grander scale than our individual desires. By aligning ourselves with this larger flow, we can find our place within it. The moment we stop forcing life to conform to our expectations, we invite a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. This shift in perspective is not just a change in thinking, it's a radical transformation in how we experience life. The path may be challenging, but it is also filled with the promise of profound change. As we delve deeper into the philosophy of letting go, it's essential to understand that this is not an act of resignation or defeat. Instead, it is an empowering choice to release our attachment to specific outcomes and the need for control. In our society, we are often conditioned to believe that success hinges on relentless effort and unwavering determination. However, Alan Watts teaches us that true mastery lies in the ability to surrender. Letting go can feel counterintuitive, especially when we have been taught to equate effort with achievement. Yet consider the natural world around us. Trees do not cling to their leaves in autumn. They allow them to fall, trusting that new growth will come in the spring. This cycle of release and renewal is a fundamental principle of life. When we hold on too tightly to our expectations, we stifle our potential for growth and transformation. The act of letting go opens up space for new experiences and opportunities. It allows us to embrace the present moment without the weight of past regrets or future anxieties. One of the most significant challenges we face in this journey is our fear of the unknown. We often find comfort in predictability, clinging to routines and familiar patterns. However, this comfort can become a cage, limiting our ability to explore and expand. By learning to let go of our need for certainty, we can cultivate resilience and adaptability. This doesn't mean we abandon our goals. Rather, we shift our focus from rigid plans to a more fluid approach. Imagine approaching your aspirations with curiosity rather than desperation. This mindset allows for creativity and innovation, as you remain open to new paths that may arise unexpectedly. As we practice letting go, we may encounter resistance within ourselves. Old habits die hard, and the desire to control can be deeply ingrained. It's important to be gentle with ourselves during this process. Acknowledge your feelings of fear or uncertainty, but don't let them dictate your actions. Instead, lean into the discomfort and remind yourself that growth often comes from stepping outside our comfort zones. Surrounding ourselves with supportive people who encourage this mindset can also be invaluable. Sharing our experiences and challenges with others can create a sense of community and understanding. Together, we can navigate the complexities of letting go and celebrate the small victories along the way. Ultimately, the art of letting go is a journey of self-discovery. It invites us to explore who we are beyond our roles, expectations, and achievements. By releasing the need to control, we uncover our authentic selves, free from the burdens of societal pressure. Alan Watts encourages us to embrace this journey with an open heart and mind. As we learn to let go, we not only transform our relationship with ourselves, but also with the world around us. The beauty of life unfolds when we stop forcing it and start flowing with it. In this flow, we find not only peace, but also the magic of possibility. In our fast-paced world, it's all too easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of past regrets and future anxieties. We often find ourselves dwelling on what has already happened or worrying about what might come next. However, Alan Watts emphasizes the profound importance of embracing the present moment as the key to experiencing life fully. The present is the only time we truly have. It is where our lives unfold and where we can make meaningful choices. When we learn to anchor ourselves in the now, we begin to notice the richness of our experiences. The sights, sounds, and sensations of the present moment become vivid and alive. Imagine standing in a sunlit meadow, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin and the gentle breeze rustling through the grass. In that moment, there is nothing else but the experience itself. By cultivating mindfulness, we can train ourselves to appreciate these moments more fully. Mindfulness is not just a trendy practice. It is a way of life that encourages us to be aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we observe our thoughts, we can recognize patterns that pull us away from the present. Instead of getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past, we can gently guide ourselves back to the here and now. This practice requires patience and compassion, as our minds are often conditioned to race ahead. One effective way to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. By dedicating even a few minutes each day to sit in silence and focus on our breath, we can create a sense of calm and clarity. This simple act allows us to reconnect with ourselves and the present moment. As we become more attuned to the present, we begin to notice the beauty in the mundane. The act of washing dishes, walking down the street, or sipping a cup of tea can transform into moments of joy and gratitude. This shift in perspective is liberating. It reminds us that happiness is not found in external achievements, but in our ability to appreciate the here and now. Furthermore, embracing the present moment helps us let go of the need for control. When we are fully present, we can respond to life as it unfolds rather than trying to manipulate it to fit our expectations. This responsiveness fosters a sense of flow, where we become participants in our lives rather than mere spectators. Alan Watts reminds us that life is a dance, and when we stop forcing our steps and start moving with the rhythm, we discover a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember that the present moment is a gift. By embracing it, we unlock the door to possibility and transformation. The more we practice this art of presence, the more we realize that life is not something to be controlled but rather experienced. In this experience, we find freedom, joy, and a profound sense of belonging in the ever-changing tapestry of existence. Acceptance is a powerful concept that often eludes us in our quest for control and perfection. We frequently find ourselves battling against the circumstances of our lives, wishing for things to be different, or clinging to what we cannot change. Alan Watts teaches us that true freedom lies in the ability to accept life as it is, without resistance. Acceptance does not imply passivity or resignation. Rather, it is an active acknowledgement of reality. When we accept our current situation, we empower ourselves to respond effectively rather than react impulsively. Imagine standing in front of a closed door. You can either push against it in frustration or accept that it is closed and look for another way in. This shift in mindset can transform our experiences from one of struggle to one of exploration. Acceptance allows us to release the burden of expectations. When we stop insisting that life should conform to our desires, we open ourselves to the richness of what is. This doesn't mean we stop striving for improvement or change. Instead, we approach these aspirations with a sense of curiosity rather than desperation. By accepting our current circumstances, we create space for growth and transformation. One of the most profound aspects of acceptance is its ability to foster resilience. Life is inherently unpredictable, and challenges are a natural part of the human experience. When we resist these challenges, we often find ourselves overwhelmed and defeated. However, when we accept them, we can navigate through adversity with grace and strength. This resilience comes from understanding that every experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to our journey. Acceptance also cultivates compassion, both for ourselves and others. When we accept our imperfections, we become more forgiving of our mistakes and shortcomings. This self-compassion allows us to approach life with a sense of kindness and understanding. Furthermore, when we practice acceptance, we become more empathetic toward others. We recognize that everyone is navigating their own struggles, and this shared humanity fosters deeper connections. Alan Watts encourages us to embrace the notion that life is a series of unfolding events, each with its own lessons and gifts. By accepting the present moment, we can engage with it fully and authentically. This engagement enriches our lives and enhances our relationships as we become more present for ourselves and those around us. The power of acceptance lies in its ability to transform our perspective. When we view life through the lens of acceptance, we shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. We begin to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles, and we find joy in the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. As we continue to explore the teachings of Alan Watts, let us remember the profound impact of acceptance. It is a practice that invites us to embrace life in all its complexity, to honor our experiences, and to cultivate a sense of peace within ourselves. In this acceptance, we discover the beauty of living authentically and the freedom that comes from letting go of the need to control. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet many of us resist it with all our might. We cling to the familiar, fearing the unknown and the discomfort that often accompanies transformation. Alan Watts reminds us that change is not something to be feared but celebrated. Just as the seasons shift and the tides ebb and flow, change is a natural rhythm of existence. Embracing change means recognizing that nothing is static. Everything is in a constant state of flux. When we learn to dance with change rather than resist it, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences. Imagine a river that flows effortlessly around rocks and bends, adapting to the landscape as it travels. This is the essence of embracing change, being flexible and responsive to the currents of life. One of the keys to navigating change is cultivating a mindset of curiosity. Instead of viewing change as a threat, we can approach it as an opportunity for growth and discovery. What lessons can we learn from the challenges we face? How can we adapt and evolve in response to new circumstances? By asking these questions, we shift our perspective from one of fear to one of exploration. Change can also serve as a catalyst for self-discovery. When we step outside our comfort zones and confront the unknown, we often uncover hidden strengths and talents. This journey of self-exploration can lead to profound insights and a deeper understanding of ourselves. Alan Watts encourages us to embrace the notion that we are not separate from the world around us. We are part of a larger tapestry of existence. As we navigate the dance of change, we become more attuned to the interconnectedness of all things. This awareness fosters a sense of belonging and purpose, reminding us that we are not alone in our experiences. Moreover, embracing change allows us to cultivate resilience. Life will inevitably throw challenges our way, but when we approach these challenges with an open heart and mind, we can adapt and thrive. This resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, but rather about facing them with grace and courage. As we continue our journey, let us remember that change is not the enemy, it is a teacher. By embracing the dance of change, we can navigate the complexities of life with confidence and joy. As we explore the teachings of Alan Watts, we come to understand that the most profound journey we can embark upon is the journey within. In a world filled with distractions and external pressures, it is easy to lose sight of our inner selves. Watts invites us to turn our attention inward, to explore the depths of our consciousness, and to discover the wisdom that resides within. The journey within is a path of self-discovery and introspection. It requires us to pause, reflect, and listen to our inner voice. In this process, we can uncover our true desires, passions, and values, those aspects of ourselves that often get overshadowed by societal expectations.